Have y'all seen this? We do all that talk about a woman that's 35 years or older and how it may affect the pregnancy, but you telling me this man has a fresh baby at 80? Welcome to She Knows DNA. My name is Mia Vanna and I am a board certified genetic counselor. So y'all, I just think it's funny how we have the women's, biological clock that we talked about last week and how your pregnancy days usually are over around 55. But then here go men walking around 80 years old having a fresh baby and nobody says anything. So now that causes for the question, we know about advanced maternal age, but is there such thing as advanced paternal age? You darn skippy. Let's get into it. And I need all the men to go ahead and come on to the front of the class and have a seat. Come on, pop a squat. Let's have a talk. So when it comes to advanced paternal age, scientists are not really on the same page about what specific age that is. Some say it starts at 40 years old. Others say maybe it's around 45. No matter what that age is, reproductive health and genetics have seen there be some ramifications for the father being on the older side. Men create sperm over and over and over again, and they do not run out. Men, as you get older, the quality and the quantity decreases. So we're talking about low sperm count, lowered mobility of the sperm, or maybe it's in an abnormal shape or the DNA is not as strong. And then also there can be reduced hormone levels. So yeah, men, I don't want to hear that. Yours declines quality and quantity as you age. All right, so what does all of that do to the baby? Just in case some of y'all don't believe this next section I'm about to share, I had to pull the laptop out on y'all so you could physically see that I'm getting this information from credible sources. So as far as genetic syndromes, the baby is at a higher risk of having sporadic autosomal dominant syndromes. Sporadic or de novo means that it was not inherited. So there's a change that's happened in the DNA that just started with that baby. Autosomal dominant means when we're looking at two of those copies of the gene that's in the body, you only need one of them not to work in order for that syndrome to be present. Look at these conditions. These are some of the most prominent ones for advanced paternal age. Now, I know y'all haven't heard of majority of this list, but I do want to point out one of them. You all know what achondroplasia is, right? That's dwarfism or little people. So your baby is at a higher risk of having dwarfism, whether you have a family history of that or not, just simply based off the dad's age. Next are the conditions where there are an abnormal number of chromosomes. Because of advanced paternal age, there's an increased risk for Down syndrome and Klinefelter syndrome. Moving on to congenital defects, a baby born to an older father is at a higher risk of heart defects. Moving on to perinatal complications. So the baby is more at risk of being born prematurely, of being a stillborn, lowered birth rate, needing to get on a vent, and even needing to be in ICU. Next up is a series of complex disorders. That includes childhood leukemia, type 1 diabetes, epilepsy, breast cancer, prostate cancer, and multiple sclerosis. If y'all thought all of that is shocking, you may want to sit down for these last two. A child that is born to a father with advanced age is more prone to have schizophrenia and autism. You heard me right. Y'all, it's true and it's crazy. If you don't believe me, look it up. So y'all, with that being said, the main point is that yes, advanced paternal age exists. It's not just on the mother's age. Men, it's on you too. Just like there are complications and genetic related things that fall on the mom's age, you also have some factors that affect the baby. Like I said last week, you can still have a healthy baby at any age, men, and even in advanced paternal age for women. You learned something today, didn't you? Now to leave you with words of wisdom. First of all, happy Black History Month, huh? Happy Black History Month, huh? Yes, this is a celebrate. It is so important for every last one of us, no matter what race you are, to know the entire history, not just bits and pieces of it, because it's so important that we don't make the same mistakes again, but yet we learn from it and move forward. And we cannot do that unless we know everything that happened. On another note, y'all, it's February, and my granny celebrates all month. So let me leave you with one of her words of wisdom. Give me a second. I'm trying to think of one that's age appropriate. I'm sure I can figure out something. Ooh, I got one. When she comes back from events, she'll say, I know people get tired of hearing about Gina Pearl's grandkids, but I don't care. You gonna hear about all of them. And I want you to say something. It ain't my fault your grandkids don't do the same. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but you get the point, right? No. Oh, your grandparents don't brag on you? Oh. I'ma still let it sit in your spirit. All right, y'all, that's all I have for you. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Leave suggestions about genetic things that you want me to talk about in my comments or slide in my DMs. Also, teachers, are you tired of your kids or not? Let me help, okay? Let me help. All right, you guys, God bless you, and thank you for watching. See y'all next time. Bye.